Hello, this is Rainer Lara from Language Learning Room, and this is your grammar in 5 minutes. I'm going to talk today about positive and negative sentences of verb be. Have you ever listened to people saying, I'm fine, or she's 20 years old, or they're my friends, or I'm not a good athlete, or she isn't my wife, or they're not happy? Well, they are using present of verb be in sentences. Verb be in sentences could be negative or positive. Let's take a look at the positive form. All you need is a subject, a form of the verb be, and a fragment to complete your sentence. You need a subject like I. For the third person singular, something like my sister or my brother or my dog. And also something like you, Brad, Susan, and I, or Brad and Susan. Then you need a form of the verb be depending on your subject. For I, the verb be is am. For she, he, or it, the verb be is. And for you, we, and they, the verb be is are. After the verb be, what you need is a complement to finish your sentence. Try to use a fragment that helps you classify, characterize, or say the location of your subject. Something like a good student, or at home, or very polite, or a German shepherd. Something like a good friend, in the same school, or married. Well, this is what happens for the positive form. But what happens for the negative form? Very simple. Insert the word not between the verb be and the fragment you use to finish your idea. Our examples would then read, I'm not a good student. My sister is not at home. My brother is not very polite. My dog is not a German shepherd. You are not a good friend. Brad, Susan, and I are not in the same school. And Brad and Susan are not married. One final thought. Try to use contractions when you speak. When you contract the verb be in a positive form, I am becomes I'm. My sister is becomes my sister's. My brother is becomes my brother's. My dog is becomes my dog's. You are becomes your. Brad, Susan, and I are becomes Brad, Susan, and I are. Brad and Susan are becomes Brad and Susan are. The result would sound like this. I'm a good student. My sister is at home. My brother is very polite. My dog's a German shepherd. You're a good friend. Brad, Susan, and I are in the same school. Brad and Susan are married. Contracting the negative form will give us more possibilities. The results would sound like this. I'm not a good student. And for this form, there's no other possible contraction. My sister's not at home. Or you can also say, my sister isn't at home. My brother's not very polite, or my brother isn't very polite. My dog's not a German shepherd, or my dog isn't a German shepherd. You're not a good friend, or you aren't a good friend. Brad, Susan, and I are not in the same school, or Brad, Susan, and I aren't in the same school. Brad and Susan are not married, or Brad and Susan aren't married. Well, I hope you've learned something interesting today about the use of verb be in positive and negative sentences. To give your opinion or for questions, visit our forum at www.languagelearningroom.com.